go nail him, dude. I'm just gonna flinch. Number 1, Chargers! Super Bowl! 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 Super Bowl!
One of the loose cannons from Extra Sports 690. Let's welcome Steve Hartman.
And let's hear it right now for the 1994 AFC champion San Diego Chargers. Rick, get up here. Let's hear it for Rick Schwartz. Super Bowl, San Diego. Last time, the Chargers played a team as overconfident as the 49ers would be. It was the Pittsburgh Steelers. San Diego. But Mama Sale, I want to give you a big kiss. Thank you.
said, boy, let me tell you what. I guess you didn't know it, but I'm a fiddle player too. And if you care to take a dare, I'll make a bet with you. Well, you play this early, boy, but if you lose, the devil gets your soul. I'll start this show. And he pulled the bow across the strings and it made an evil hiss. And a band of demons joined in and it sounded something like this.
If you were thinking about coming down tonight,
don't bother.
Don't even bother.
The plane has landed. The Chargers have arrived at the airport. They will be bussed here to the stadium and brought in beneath the scoreboard the back way, and the buses will pull down close to the field, and then they will bring the players up here to the podium behind us, and then all heck is going to break loose.
Yeah, you know, part of the problem tonight getting here, obviously, was that normally when you've got a crowd like this coming, the police, the private security people are all set up. Tonight they weren't. Every freeway, every road was a complete logjam. People were abandoning their cars and walking down here. I ended up going all the way around, and I'm in somebody's parking lot on Del Rio South, and then I walked all the way around up to Mission Center Road and then back down and around.
I'll tell you, my story was a wild one to get here for the 6 o'clock news. I had my family in the car, and we drove all around, went the back way to Mission Gorge. I saw a policeman. I flashed him down. He knew who I was. He took me and the producer in the car, the squad car with the lights flashing, and we made it for 6 o'clock. Amazing. Here comes the Chargers flight into Lindbergh Field right now. They are on the ground, and the fans are going wild as they can see on Diamond Vision that the plane is taxiing up. They will be met there by buses. 4 buses to be exact. This is like a ritual. Every week we go through this with them, but
not in a week like this.
But not like this. This is something special and something everybody in this city will remember.
And it's nice that they got here as promptly as they did. Air travel has been a mess throughout the country between our storms and the flooding out here in California and the fog that has impacted the Midwest. Pittsburgh gets the ball back, second quarter. And this time, Foster is hit and dropped by Darian Gordon. The Chargers stuck the Pittsburgh running game. O'Donnell incomplete on 3rd and 17. The Chargers hold. They get the ball back. And this time, they have a little success. It's Natron running right for 17.
Stan Humphries off play action looking for Sean Jefferson. Dion Figures, thank you very much. Pass interference. He saved a touchdown, but they threw a flag. The Chargers had a 1st and goal at the 2, couldn't get it in. So they had to settle for a John Carney field goal. And the Steelers' lead was cut to 7-3.
Chargers. And you think Pacuna was a little nervous being this wide open? He said afterwards, no problem. Catches the ball, goes in, and then opens up that can of pineapple juice in the end zone. Again, 13-10 at this time. Later in the 4th quarter, the Steelers continued to move the ball. O'Donnell to Mills again, a 19-yard play on 3rd down and 3 for a 1st down. But then on another key 3rd down play, 3rd and 2, watch Leslie O'Neal. Gets inside. When the Chargers really needed it from Leslie O'Neal. Another look, sneaks inside, makes the play on Foster, and the Chargers get the ball back. Could they score? Not on this drive, although they continued to move it. Toss sweep to Means, goes right, makes 12 yards. Then Humphries comes back to Shannon Mitchell, 18 yards. Just when you thought they were going to punch it in, the drive would stall. But they would get the ball back early in the 4th quarter, and this time they knew exactly what to do. 2nd down and 9 to Pacuna for 12 yards. Pacuna comes out of nowhere. Be a true star for the Chargers today, although he has had a great year. Humphries back to Pacuna again. 8 yards, and then on the drive. 3rd down and 1. Who do you give it to? Give it to Natron. Big hole, big game. So the Chargers now are in business until Devon Cookman drops Means for a loss of 3. They're faced with 3rd down and 14. You go for 1st down, but he goes for the home run. The Steelers blitz and go for the home run to Tony Martin. He's open. Touchdown. The Chargers are in front. It's the touchdown everybody remember. Put him in front, 17-13. Another look as Tony Martin gets inside of the defensive back, makes the play, and the Chargers are in front. With around 5 minutes to go. The Steelers put on a marvelous drive. They put 7 straight passes down the stretch. O'Donnell and Eric Green on 1st down for 15. They got it down to the 9-yard line. Why they landed on 1st down after 7 straight completions, who knows? But Corella there for the stop for the Chargers. Then Neil O'Donnell. Not done yet. 3rd down, he goes to Eric Green. Down to okay, 4th down. Here's the play. All Charger fans will take with you for a long time. $65,000 are here right now, and many more thousand outside trying to get in, but they couldn't.
It's deafening down here. It's amazing that they can call signals.
Could you believe? Now, yeah, think of that. When they say it's in the audible zone.
Right.
When Stan Humphries went under center today in the 4th quarter in that drive, and the Pittsburgh fans are hooting and hollering, you can't hear yourself think. But just think of all the adversity they faced today in Pittsburgh and still got the job done. And above all, they really sort of stuck it to the fans in Pittsburgh and to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who talked a lot of trash this week. They got what they deserved, and the Chargers got what they deserved.
I saw one of the Chargers players with a towel kind of waving it back at the crowd and then throwing it down on the ground.
Chris Mims.
Was it Chris Mims?
And Chris Mims and Reggie White say they're going to take their terrible towels all the way to Miami and wave them down there.
But here was the team's celebration, the team's reaction along the sideline today. The last play of this championship game in Pittsburgh.
Cowher trying to relax his team, a big smile. And the trip to the Super Bowl would be my dad's, because he would have the best seat in the house.
Everybody told you, hey, we couldn't even show up. We couldn't even show up. They were playing videos, Super Bowl parties, no respect. I want every reporter to go to the locker room and personally apologize to us. We got disrespected all week, and that's all I got.
Mr. Spanos, you and I had a chance to talk on Friday night, and you said it was kind of amazing that the Chargers were the team that weren't really being touted for the Super Bowl, that everybody was talking for the other three, and you said that was okay with you.
That was just fine, just fine. I just can't tell you that it's just one of the biggest thrills I've ever had, knowing for my family and for myself, just to know that, hey, we came to this game and everybody thought we didn't have a chance. Didn't they, Greg? I told you that the other day. I mean, what's going on? I told Neil that today. I warned my boys, hey!
Yes, you did. Congratulations to you, Mr. Spanos. This is the trophy emblematic of the champions of the AFC.
This belongs to all of you, Coach. It belongs to you and to everybody.
Have a look now at some of the folks around town getting together to watch this game. There was very little traffic this morning between 9 and 1. It was a very good time to go shopping for those who cared not at all about football. These are some folks around town watching the game this morning.
13-10, we got momentum.
Humphreys goes long. Has a man, Martin. Touchdown!
They got to score a touchdown to win. It's first and goal. 2-minute warning. Come on. Get him. Kill him. 3 more to go, baby. Second down. Stop him now. Oh, my God. My heart stopped. We're going to stop him. We're going to stop him right now. Woo-hoo. One play. Get him. Let's welcome the radio voice of the Chargers, Lee Hacksaw
Ladies and gentlemen, show me your lightning bolt. Ladies and gentlemen, show me your lightning bolt.
I want to welcome the mayor, Susan Golding, and the head coach of the AFC champion Chargers, Bobby Ross. Thank you. Thank you. The real ones that you should be saluting tonight, though, are the players. And you're going to have an opportunity to hear from them. On behalf of our staff, our coaches, and our players, we just can't thank you enough. You're very, very special, and this is I've never experienced anything like this at all. And I want you to hear from the players, because they're the ones that did it. We are number one, and we want to see you in Miami. Ladies and gentlemen, my favorite saying during the Charger Game Day broadcast on Extra Sports 690 is touchdown San Diego. My second favorite saying tonight is the lightning bolt is going to the big show. It is a pleasure to have with us a guy that has been in the league for more than 15 years, and until the time he came to San Diego, had been in only one postseason game. He's got a victory cigar, and he's going to the Super Bowl. Please welcome Stan Brock. What a great deal this is for all of us. All my teammates, the coaches, the staff. I want to know how many of you people turned the TV off at halftime. All right. We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going there for one reason, and that's to win this son of a bitch. For the last couple of weeks, in the drive to the playoffs, you heard all about all the other stars on all the other teams in the NFL. You know that they talked about Dan Marino and they talked about Greg Lloyd. Well, tonight I want you to salute Stan the Man, Stan Humphries.
For the city of San Diego, I'm really proud for you. I tell you, there's nothing like what is here tonight for this turnout. We're going to Miami, and we're going to win this Super Bowl. We're going to stay here
experience the good times. His motor runs all the time. Number 91, Pro Bowl defensive end, I've been here longer than Bobby Ross, Bobby Beth, and all these guys. About a million years, those years. But I'm smiling now. A couple of weeks ago, I made a challenge to all the guys to go out and play. So we can start thinking about going to the Super Bowl. Not be content to just go to playoffs. We're going to the Super Bowl. For those of you who get to go, great. And those of you that don't get to go, if you holler loud enough, we'll hear you down there. You know, it's only fitting. The first year they found this franchise in the old AFL, they chose the name Chargers, and they chose the symbol, the lightning bolt. And it's only fitting lightning struck with the big plays to the drive to win the championship. Touchdown, Tony Martin.
I'd just like to thank, the coaching staff. They did a lot for us. And the fans, and all my players. I'm so happy to be here. And it's going to happen to a better guy like me.
And if we can,
over the course of a season, good football teams get great plays from a wide variety of different players. We might not be here tonight had this man not made the play in the Miami game that turned the game. The big defensive tackle who made the tackle in the end zone for the safety that lit the fire that gave Chargers a win. Big Vegas. I guess I made the right decision to come to San Diego. When they brought me here, they told me that we was a playoff team. A lot of people had doubt. But now we got a lot of things to say tonight. And one of them, we'll see you in Miami, baby. We got one more game. And a lot of people still don't believe. But I believe everybody in the house tonight believes. With the things that still the same. They had Super Bowl video play, Super Bowl party, and they ain't even going to the Super Bowl. I heard they were selling print by stealing Super Bowl videos for half price. We're going to come up with our own little video. We're thinking about calling it 69, boys. Hey, I want to know, can I get y'all all to join in? Me, Prince, and Ed, we're getting ready to start this. This is going to take us through, baby. Here we go. Chargers in the Super Bowl! 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 Super Bowl!
Let's welcome a guy that's had an unbelievable season of safety. He made big hits today, number 24, the sheriff, Stanley Richards.
A lot of you guys know me as the sheriff. It's not going to stop now. You understand? No matter where you go, or what you do, or who you with, or when it's done, you can always respect the law. And right now, I'm wearing sunglasses. You want to know why? Because I'm part of this Charger organization. And we have a bright future ahead of us. We're going to the ball. If you haven't been a believer, you better be a believer now. Because we've had our backs against the wall, we've been kicked down, we've been talked about, but you can't keep a good man down. Hey, so, right now, there's a party going on at the Merc, and I'm glad to be a part of it. San Diego in the Super Bowl.
You know about the players. You know about the stars. You don't necessarily know about the people that work 20-hour days to put the players in a position to win. Please welcome the offensive line coach. His people open the holes for means. His people block to protect Stan Humphries. He spent his whole life in the NFL. He's going somewhere where he's never ever been before. Carl Locke is going to the Super Bowl. The offensive line coach.
Yeah, for all the good, the assistant coaches that worked long hours. We thank you for coming out tonight. 20 years ago, I played on this grass. I never dreamed that I would be going to the Super Bowl in 1995. God bless you all. Thank you.
You know there's a guy in the secondary that makes big plays and nails guys who make big plays. From the secondary safety, DC, Darren Carrington.
I got one thing to say. Whoever would have thought the last place Chargers picked by all the experts are going win? That's what I thought. See you in Miami. We love you. God is able, baby. You ever heard the old phrase, you can't go home? He did. Please welcome the family of Pro Bowl linebacker Junior Seau. First of all, let me get your attention here. I have a lot of things to give. First of all, I'd like to thank our Lord and gracious Savior. I'd like to thank the organization. I'd like to thank the coaching staff. Most of all, next to my wife, I'd like to thank my players. They didn't think beach bum play football. They thought this was only a tourist attraction. They know about Shamu. Now, the world is going to know. Not about Junior Seau. Not about Nate Charlie. Not about Stan Humphries. Not about Leslie O'Neal. But the San Diego Chargers. We fought through a whole lot. And I'm not forgetting about you.
Or you. Or you.
From the bottom of our heart, the South, I wish my wife was here with me. It's a special moment. We want to say we love you and thank you.
We're
Super Bowl engine is really starting to rev up in San Diego.
The Chargers may not be getting much respect from the rest of the country, but that means nothing here.
A lot of people have been bad-rapping the Chargers for most of the year, but not anymore. Getting to the Super Bowl changes a whole lot of things. These days, the Chargers have their own rap, courtesy of Demo Records in Poway. This is what a Super Bowl does to a city. A Super Bowl brings unity, and everybody wants to get into the act. Of course, the lucky ones, those season ticket holders who struck lightning in the lottery drawing, couldn't wait to pick up the most prized tickets in Chargers history. They were online at 6:30 this morning.
I've waited 17 years for this chance, and we're going to Super Bowl.
Most will pay an arm and a leg to go to Miami, but not this man.
I already got plane tickets done up. I'm staying with relatives. I got the frequent flyer miles, so this whole trip right now is costing me $200 for a Super Bowl ticket. That's it.
Many of those who can't go to Miami will head for the stadium and watch it on the Diamond Vision screen. It's the only big screen left in town. You couldn't rent a big screen TV if your life depended on it. They're sold out. Back on the streets, we ran across a home at Ebers and Niagara in Ocean Beach where a man was painting a mural on his garage door. Number 81, of course, is Tony Martin.
The catch that put us ahead, and then everybody regained hope again.
It took McDonald 2 days to paint it. He says the neighbors love it. One man drove by in a shiny truck and wanted McDonald to put something on his truck.
I mean, he had a brand new truck. It's like a 93, or I'm like, I'm not going to paint your new truck.
Back at the stadium, the line was a steady stream all day. This story started this morning at 6:30 this morning with this line. It is now 5 o'clock in the evening. There are still at least a couple of hundred people in line. The ticket office told us the windows would remain open until the line was gone. Steve Bosch, KUSI News at Jack Murphy Stadium.
Ireland will introduce you to a lifetime Chargers fan with the souvenirs to prove it. Stay with us. A new look tonight. See why Leslie O'Neal is avoiding a hairy situation.
Yes, indeed. And have you ever wondered what more than 30 years of Chargers memorabilia looks like? We'll meet one of the most die-hard Lightning Bolt fans around when we come back.
Before we are through this evening, we will bring you sailing, basketball, football, fishing, and a fanatic Charger fan who has the unique habit of saving everything that has a bolt on it. Finally tonight, a lot of Charger fans are coming out of the woodwork since the Bolts landed up in the Super Bowl, but tonight we introduce you to one guy who has been there all along, and he's got the goods to prove it.
Meet Jack Valentine, a strong candidate for the biggest Charger fan in San Diego. Jack, who is 44 years old now, has been rooting for the Chargers since he was 10. Beginning in the early 60s, Jack has saved anything and everything that has to do with the Chargers. Old programs, old newspaper articles, helmets, hats, media credentials, team pictures, you name it. He has even saved every ticket stub from every game he's ever been to.
Since day one at Balboa Stadium, after the game, I'd look around the stands and I'd find a program on the ground, or I'd keep my ticket stub. And to this day, I'm the same way. I don't buy a program. I look on the floor and find one after the game. I guess I can't, old dogs don't learn new tricks or something.
You want videotapes? Jack not only tapes the games, he tapes everything.
I've recorded everything on the Chargers I could get my hands on since about '78 when I had my first VCR. And every game, every news story, you name it, I got it on tape.
Jack is not surprised that the Chargers have made it to the Super Bowl. He says there were signs out there that something like this might happen.
I always said the Chargers would go to the Super Bowl when hell froze over. And when I saw George Foreman win heavyweight champion of the world and there was no baseball in the World Series, I knew this is it.
Finally, I know what you're saying. What if Jack could only keep one thing out of all the Charger stuff that he's collected? What would it be?
Miami on videotape when we beat him. Fouts, Bernershka, Winslow.
The 1982 game.
Yep. Yeah. I'd keep that tape.
I think a lot of people that would have Charger collectibles would agree with him.
To this day, they still say that may have been the greatest football game with any two teams ever played.
Well, how long have you had your season tickets for the Chargers?
17 years.
Is that, without doubt, I would imagine, the best game you've ever seen that involves the Chargers?
Yeah, probably because it was such a blowout early, and everybody thought, let's go do something else the second half.
24-0 Chargers at the end of the first quarter.
And then immediately, as the first half ended, they started. Miami starts coming back into it, and it got so close and became so emotional at the end. And it was, in fact, a playoff game. Yeah, I'd have to say it was.
Yeah, great game.
I wasn't born back in '96, but I would have to say.
You don't look it. You don't look it to your.
In my memory, last Sunday's game was it for me.
That's what everybody's talking about. Was that one better than the first one? And they were both great. That's for sure.
Yeah, just absolutely.
By the way, as you might expect, Jack is going to the Super Bowl. It'll be his third one.
Good for him.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny.
All right.
Thanks.
See you later.
Super Bowl! Terrible towel! AFC, baby! AFC right here! We're gonna do it today! We're gonna do it today!
Yes, Chargers! You can tell them they gotta kiss my boat!
Gonna shock the world today. Yes, sirree, Bob, just like Namath in '69. Same thing, same story.
I can feel it in the air tonight, baby. Something strange gonna happen. Something strange gonna happen.
We're the kings around here. At the AFC, we're gonna be the kings after today.
Let's see what number 55 can do today. See what 55 can do.
All the underdog Chargers tried to pull off the greatest upset in NFL history. The 49ers were poised to make history of their own. The fireworks that lit up the Miami sky would soon pale before those that exploded on the field.